Hello, my name is Paige Hamrick, and my Global Options Capstone project is focusing on the comparison between the workplace norms and policies found in the Netherlands in comparison to the norms and policies found in the United States and how they may have an effect over general wellness of the workers. During my summer, I got to intern at Kloosius College in the Netherlands, and I worked in an educational institution and I noticed many differences between the atmosphere and output of workers in comparison to previous office internships that I've held in the United States. So I started looking into research, and in a study done by Christine R. Cousins, results concluded that there was a positive correlation with the number of hours the individual worked and the number of work and family conflicts reported. There was also an overall consensus that a happier mood improved well-being and output in a job. Full-time employment looks a little different in the United States and the Netherlands. So in the United States, about 43% of women make up the full-time workers, which that's almost 50% of all full-time workers. In the Netherlands, especially today, you're seeing a large shift towards part-time. So about 92% of the women work part-time and about 1 in 3 men also work part-time. By 1996, Dutch government gave part-time workers equal benefits and status as full-time workers. And part-time in the Netherlands usually means that you're working between 15 and 35 hours. Compared to full-time, which is about 36 hours or more, which also differs from the United States' average of 40 hours a week. Culturally, in the Netherlands, each parent got 1 day a week off of work to be with their children. These are called mommy and daddy days, and there's also days called Oma and Opa days, where they got to spend the day with Oma and Opa, which are grandma and grandpa. And according to the United States World Happiness Report, Dutch kids were voted the happiest in the world. And the Netherlands is just known for their well-balanced work and home life. And it's due to these things called mommy and daddy days, partly. The U.S. does not guarantee paid maternity leave. The Family Medical Leave Act, which became a law in 1993, allows qualified employees to take 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected leave, but it only covers about 59% of the U.S. workers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, only 12% of Americans have access to paid paternal leave, which is considered a benefit by employers, and only 5% of low-wage earners receive paid maternity leave. So these policies are determined by the employers. In comparison, maternity leave in the Netherlands is an automatic 1-year paid leave at full-time income. This is subsidized from the government, not from individual businesses, so theoretically you could have multiple children year after year and continually get paid for it at full income. The government has the funds for this because of their healthcare system. This healthcare system is funded through taxes. On average, 52% of all income goes into taxes and 25% of business income. Unless you are foreign and came to the Netherlands because you have a particular skill set that is rare. There's a special tax reduction for you called the 30% rule. So you can get up to 30% of your taxes exempted on your income taxes. Lucky you. Vacations in the Netherlands looks very different than they do in the United States. They actually call them holidays, and the employee is entitled to 24 days on holiday on a yearly basis. And in addition to this holiday right, the employee is also entitled to 48 ATV reduced working time hours on a yearly basis. And everybody gets these benefits, even the labor sector of the workforce. In the United States, it's a little different. Obviously, we're not going on vacation for months at a time. It is actually not required for businesses to have paid time for vacations. The Fair Labor Standards Act does not require it for vacation, sick leave, or federal or other holidays. These benefits are matters of agreement between an employer and an employee. So if an employer grants vacation days, they can range from 5 to 30 paid days depending on the status and time spent working at the business. One thing that I noticed was very different was the power distance between both countries. And in the US, the power distance is very high, so CEOs are many levels up and have little interaction with common folk like interns. And in the Netherlands, the power distance is low, so CEOs can be seen in a cubicle working with the rest of the workers or riding their bike to work just like everybody else. Or in my case, you would see our CEO doing puzzles with us during lunchtime. Something that I thought was important to include is the overall physical health of the people in the Netherlands. As a nation, people are active and they prefer cycling over modern vehicular transportation. And overall, they just live in more active lifestyle and they care about their well-being. So they eat healthy and just do as much as they can to take care of their bodies and their minds. And this plays a big role in their mental health and happiness. In conclusion, I found that the different policies that surround the workplace when it comes to work, social, and personal life balances lessen the stress and strengthens family social bonds. It has had a significant impact on the Netherlands' mental health and happiness in the workplace. And personally, I felt at ease in a Dutch office where the atmosphere was more laid back and less competitive, and it reflected in my overall experience working for Clusius College. Thank you for listening.